Namaste. We are now going to face and visualize the extravagance of Olympics after difficult times of COVID. To discuss about India's preparations, India's contingent in the Olympics, how far we are able to change the sports culture in India, and the legends like Milkha Singh who inspired many Indians to take up sports as a profession. We have with us Shri Kiren Rijiju ji, our sports minister. Namaste, Kiran ji.
Namaste.
I will start with the recent decision that you have taken, a very transformative decision. Earlier, many of the sports contingents would have many officials rather than sportsperson or managers. First of all, congratulations for this, but why this now, and how could you implement it?
Thank you very much. First of all, we are coming out of a very difficult situation, and the Indian team is going for the Olympics. This is not an ordinary Olympics because it is the first Olympic where the games are going to be played without much spectators, and the games are going to be played under restriction. So it's a different circumstances. So the delegation is also very restrictive. That is why I have taken a policy decision that there will be no official members from the Ministry of the Sports and Sports Authority of India to be part of the delegation. That means all the members will be players and the technical staff. And the Olympic delegation will be there from the Indian Olympic side. They are part of the official management, but from the ministry nobody will go. If sports minister goes, it will be only for opening ceremony on the invitation of the Japanese government. Like America is going to be represented by the First Lady. The US President will not go, but First Lady will be there in the opening ceremony. Like that, some countries will be sending ministers, some country will be represented by the President or Prime Minister. So this is the opening ceremony. But for the game, we are not going. So I am also not going. But if there is a special necessity that somebody has to be there from the government for the opening ceremony, then I might just go and come back. This is because we wanted to give maximum space to the players and the technical team. That is why this decision was taken for the first time.
Since this government came, you started with Khelo India initiative, then indigenous sports were given special attention and Olympics like facilities. How far you see the reflection of it in changing the sports culture in India?
The problem in our country is that the large part of the country do not have the sports facilities. And some of the indigenous games, which are very important, which are very attractive, but they never got the opportunity through the government or through any kind of recognition. So what I did was, the Yogasan was declared as a sport, and then Malkham, Tangtha, Kalaripattu, Gatka. These are some of very important traditional and very ancient sports in our country. We need to revive it. We have to revive Indian culture, Indian sporting system. We have a sports tradition, but we have to convert this sporting tradition into sporting culture. That is why I have included all these indigenous games into Khelo India. And now they will be part of our next Khelo India Youth Games. Now, some people will play football. We are a large country. Some people will play volleyball. Some people will play cricket. But large numbers of people will play Malkham or yoga or Yogasan or Kalaripattu, Thangtha or Gatka or Kho-Kho, Kabaddi, whatever they want to play. So we have to compete with the international team in the international sports as well, where we have to promote Indian sports also. We cannot allow the Indian indigenous games to die. We have to revive it. So that is why I have given a recognition. This is for the first time in India, the government of India, when I was given the sports ministry, I was so grateful to Honorable Prime Minister that I could take such very important changing and important decisions within the ministry.
But at one point, Kabaddi was part of Olympics and
No, Kabaddi is part of Asian Games.
Asian
not
Games.
Kabaddi.
So can we make some efforts to take these indigenous games at the Olympic level?
As a large country, we definitely should push for it. So I have already given the target. Because of the pandemic, all the efforts got lots of obstacles. But my target is by 2028, Kabaddi should be pushed to the Olympics. If we can't succeed, then by 2032 Olympics, we should be able to do it. So for that, we will require lots of mobilization, influence, because we will have to convince all the IOC members, means all the countries. If majority of the IOC members agree, then we'll push for it. So Kabaddi is one of my priority to be put in the Olympics, and we can try for other indigenous games also.
Sir talked about many initiatives like Khelo India and others. In 2014, the government started Target Olympic Podium Scheme. So the purpose of that scheme was to bring more medals for the country. So what are the achievements, and will nation be able to see more medals this time due to this specific initiative?
Target Olympic Podium Scheme is only for the Olympics. So all the players, young players who are probable for Olympic qualification, they are brought under the Target Olympic Podium Scheme. Once a player is included under tops, then he or she is entitled to all the facilities. Foreign trip free, foreign coach, Indian coach, physiotherapies, pocket expenses per month 50,000, that is extra pocket expenses, and all other facilities, whatever is required. That means the player has to do nothing. Everything will be taken care of the government. So they are to be identified first. So once we identify those talent through various scientific process, right now we have many of the players who were in tops, and we got the benefits. Almost 90% of our players who were in the top scheme are all qualified for the Olympics. So that shows the result.
How far you see this will be having? What are your expectations this time from the?
We are hoping for the best ever Olympic result. See, India as a large country, we cannot afford to have 1-2 medals.
Yes.
It doesn't go with the status of our country. India is a big country. India must be there. Long target, I have said, by 2028, India must be in the top 10. But all the previous Olympics, few medals. Till 1996, no medals. 1980, only 1 gold. 1952, Helsinki Olympics, 1 bronze in wrestling. That's all. And before that, only hockey. And after 80, even hockey also being missed. So now we have to change the whole story. India will have to become a major powerful nation in the world of sports. So, beginning with the Tokyo Olympics, where I am expecting a good result, not up to the target which I have set, because we got very less time to prepare, but definitely we should be able to achieve the best ever Olympic results. But having said that, there is a caveat to that. Olympic, the highest level of the event. Olympic is not only a sporting event, but it is the biggest event in the world. In Olympic, the level of competition is the highest because every country sends the best.
Yes.
Now, on that particular day, even the best of our athlete may also fail, or they also can falter.
Yeah.
So once they fail due to some reason which is not because of their fault, it can be very costly because it's a question of medal. So nobody can say who will win medal, who will not win medal at that level. But the difference, what I'm saying is difference. There's a difference. Earlier, we used to go to Olympics with the expectation of winning only 2-3 medals. The realistic expectations were very, very less.
We could be contenders.
Contenders.
Today, India is in the contention for multiple medals. That is the success. Now, how many medals, I can't say, but we are expecting best ever result.
Recently, we lost the legend of Indian sports in form of Milkha Singh. As a government representative, you also went to pay the last tribute, and his last wish was, winning a gold medal in athletics. Do you see Milkha Singh as still an inspiration for the sporting community, and that last wish is going to inspire the Indian contingent this time?
Yes, Milkha Singh ji is a legend. One point of time he was one of the stars of Asia, and he came to 4th position in the Olympics, in Rome Olympics 1960. He missed his dreams because he missed by a fraction of seconds in 400 meter. He was 4th. So he continues to make this this issue as a point that he missed by a fraction of second, but in his lifetime, an Indian must win a medal in athletics. So he could not fulfill his wish in his lifetime. But I have promised him that we will definitely win a medal in the Olympics in athletics. So let us hope this time if we could make it. Otherwise, next time, sure, we will prepare in such a way that we will definitely win a medal in athletics. I will fulfill the dreams of Milkha Singh by giving all possible support to the athletes.
So, as you said that ki India as a nation cannot afford to get few medals in Olympics, and we have seen that for the first time we have swimmers who have qualified in Olympics in both category, that is Sajjan Prakash and Mana Patel. So, matlab, what happened? Where we are lacking that after so many years in such sections that we are getting that we claim that the story hit the headline ki for the first time a swimmer gets in this category and all that. So where we lacked in all those years?
Lacking is simple. There are many issues, technical issues, but I will not discuss on the technicalities. But what I want to say is there's a lack of sports culture in the country. That must be changed. So the Prime Minister has brought Khelo India, and Khelo India is transforming India's sporting culture. That is what I want to say. That ab kheloge, kudoge, honge, lajawab. So this is something which we need to bring into the society. कि पढ़ोगे, लिखोगे, बनोगे नवाब, खेलोगे, कूदोगे, होंगे लाजवाब. So this is something we have to understand, that to bring a sporting culture in the society, your outlook must be changed. And government will do everything, but at the same time, the people also need to support. Without people's cooperation, government policies and programs alone cannot be successful.
Thank you. We just want to make you call, and what do you expect from the common people, because through our YouTube channel, through our weekly edition, we are going to make this as a big event. Positively, we should give our wishes and inspiration to the Indian contingent there. So what is your message?
So we are galvanizing the people of the country. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji himself has started the campaign. He has said cheer for India. So although we are not going to Tokyo, but we can cheer from here. We are not cheering from the stadium, but we are cheering from India. Everybody can cheer from their own respective locations. So cheer for India is to galvanize the people of India and to give moral support to the Indian players. Now, from the common man, if you want to make Indian sport rich, if you want to make Indian athletes shine, please watch games. Except cricket and to some extent Kabaddi League, all the leagues are failing because there's no viewership.
No.
People don't watch games in India. People should watch so that it can generate revenues which will again benefit the players, the management, the clubs, so that our clubs can become rich. If the English clubs are all millionaire, if all the American clubs and UK and Japanese clubs are very rich, why can't Indian clubs be rich? All the sports clubs in India can be rich if people watch it. Otherwise, who will buy the television rights if people don't watch it? So it is the citizen who have to come. The population of UK is only 60 million. 60 million can survive all the football clubs, rugby clubs, tennis club. India's 5%. population is the total population of UK's population. So that means if 1% of Indian watch football, that means it's 1.3 crore. It's means 13 million. 13 million will make the club rich. But unfortunately, our viewerships are in thousands.
Yeah.
It's very sad. So I appeal everybody to watch game, involve. खेल देखो भाई, आप खेल देखिए, ग्राउंड में जाके देख सकते हैं तो देखिए, स्टेडियम में जाइए, नहीं तो टेलीविजन में देखिए, प्लेटफॉर्म से, OTT प्लेटफॉर्म से कहीं भी देखिए, लाइव देखिए, किसी भी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म से देखिए, मगर खेल देखिए, देखते नहीं है। ओलंपिक हो रहा है, अभी देखते हैं, कितने लोग देखते हैं, मैंने अपील किया, ओलंपिक हो रहा है, सारा सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स में अवेलेबल कराएंगे थ्रू the Sony TV. So Sony TV has the right of hosting, telecasting the Olympics live. So we should watch, we should encourage. That is the best way to make our players perform better.
Thank you, Kiranji, and through our channel and our edition, we will also give a call to all Indians to cheer for India. This is the time to make the dream seen by the greats like Milkha Singh to be true, and let's morally support, and as the minister said, let's develop a sporting culture so that our future generations feel proud and even sports become a great Indian story of rising India. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.